Hey guys, welcome to another video. Today we're talking about how to succeed in online applications. Before we get started, I have a video on how to find your first internship. Please check that if you haven't, because one of the main things is online applications is really hard to stand out. And that video really allows you to see the skills you need to be able to stand out. So let's get started. So there are 5 steps on how to succeed in online application, and these are all independent of each other. You don't need to do step 1 to do step 2, but it's really helpful to do all these 5 steps in order. So let's get started with the first one. So the first one is network utilization. What I mean by that is because it's so many applicants and so many applications at the same time, it's really hard to stand out when applying online. Using your network to find people who are already have got the internship you're looking for, have interned at the company that you want to intern for, allows you to not only understand what a successful resume looks like, what's a successful application look like, also allows you to focus on how to stand out and compare your application to the person who got the internship. Really helpful. Allows you to fix a lot of errors, allows you to do a lot of these things together because you can do all of these things with someone because they already know what the interview process is like. They know what the application process is like, what they did to learn to stand out. Really helpful. Step 2 is resume enhancement. What I mean by resume enhancement is focusing on things you can do. I know a lot, I've heard this line a lot when I first came into college. People just say, do more stuff, do more stuff. And I was thinking, what do you mean by that? Do more things? That's so vague. The reality is that line is so true. I'll explain what they mean and what I mean when I say it's true. The meaning is your resume is not going to complete itself. You're not going to magically have the whole page ready. I've seen so many people in their sophomore year, junior year, they go, I don't have enough to write on my resume. That's fine. And you need to accept you don't do a lot of things. But now you can do more things. That could be take jobs, part time jobs. They're amazing to be on your resume. One, it allows you to show that you have taken responsibility because having a job, you have to be accountable for yourself. Two, you can collaborate, you can be in high stressing situations. For me, I was a barista at Starbucks. Really helpful for my resume in real life. Resume allowed me to figure talk about collaboration, how I was able to navigate high stress situations at busy time at Starbucks. For my real life, so I mean actual skills I learned was allowed me to come out of my shell. I was a very introverted kid. This allowed me to become more extroverted and being more normal to having conversations, talking to people, learning more about other people. Really helpful. To have more things on your resume could be leadership positions. Really helpful because one of the main important things is you're never in leadership positions if you've never gotten professional experience. A lot of recruiters, interviewers want to know that you can lead because they're always looking for people who can join management, who can lead and be examples. So joining an organization helps you tremendously. Showing that you can rise and give back to the organization by being a leadership position allows you tremendous. One, it shows that you're better at communication, shows that you're really good at collaboration, really good at leading people, taking charge of the situation, executing perfectly. One of the other things I would say that is really valuable is projects. One of the main things that projects teach you is hard skills. It shows that you have the ability to take something from start to finish, solve all the problems, and debug everything during the way to get a valuable output that can be used. Because a lot of companies have long projects. The only difference between the project you're doing and the project the company is doing is length. Everything else is similar. It's just in a more concise way, concise way, because there are lesser problems. There's only you, and you have one specific problem, not multiple problems at the same time that you're trying to fix. You're trying to collaborate with others. That's the main difference. But projects, leadership positions, volunteering work, and part-time jobs, those were everything I had on my resume before I got any leadership positions. I didn't even have projects. It's just doing more of the other three that allowed me to fill my resume up. I have projects now because it really shows the implication of hard skills. And step three, resume formatting. What's really important, why this step is at three, is because you need to do more things and network with people before you format. Because one main thing is all applications have requirements where they go, you need to be more collaborative, you have to be better communication, you have to be a leader. These key points is really hard to show them on your resume. One really important thing is you could take those keywords that they mentioned there, put them on your resume. It transforms your resume because one, it allows you to show that you were able to learn these skills in a part-time job, in volunteering work, in leadership positions in organizations. Two, it shows that you're a right fit for this position because you have all the requirements they have. The other thing is formatting a resume overall is it's not my strong suit. And so I take a help of a friend, of my siblings, anyone who can help me. The resume formatting may not help you get an internship, but it'll definitely hurt you if you don't format your resume perfectly. Just take a help of a friend, let them format everything. You just have to have the bullet points aligned, dates aligned, and each college has their own format. And I heard this thing, and I'll call it the bonus tip, is that a lot of people have the same format from the college they go to. So I go to the University of Houston. So a lot of students have the University of Houston resume format. Someone changed the resume format from the University of Houston to the University of Texas so they could stand out. I don't know if it helped or not, but I just gave you that information. Let's go to step four. Step four is personal connection. What this does is when you send your application in, you could find someone who's a recruiter, who's the hiring manager for that position, send them a LinkedIn message, send them an email. What this does is it shows that first, you're determined to stand out, you're determined to connect with them. Two, it allows you to have a two-way communication. Applications are normally a one-way communication. So a lot of times you send an application and the recruiter checks if you match the requirements. If you do, you get an interview or assessment. If you don't, you're rejected. A two-way communication allows you to share why you want to intern, what are you looking for, allows them to put a name to a face. It becomes more personalized. You could talk about that you don't meet the requirements, but what are you working on currently to meet them? This allows them to see that you're taking initiative and that you are doing the things required to be eligible for this position. I don't do this personally a lot because it is a lot of work, but I've realized that this is the most important out of the five because this allows you to just have that personalized connection between the recruiter or the hiring manager and yourself. Really allows really good benefits in the long term. One, you can make connections. Two, really help your success rate. And number five, not giving up. This is, I would say, the easiest thing to understand, but the hardest thing to do. because it's so easy to feel demotivated after you get rejected every single day. I get rejected twice every single day. Emails coming in, unfortunately. And I go, that sucks. But it's a numbers game, online applications. The only way to succeed is keep trying, keep trying, keep trying. In my sophomore, junior, senior year, I just kept getting rejected, but kept applying, kept applying, applying. This really allowed me to, one, be able to go through so many applications that I was able to get better numbers. In my sophomore year, I started applying only for one semester, and I landed very few interviews. For my junior year, I applied from the start of the semester to the end, and I got it doubled or tripled my interviews. Well, there are two parts to that. One is I got an internship, so I had more professional experience than before. And two, I applied so much because it's you become efficient, that's one part. You become more valuable, that's one. But if you increase the amount of times you keep applying, it really exponentiates the growth. And that's what's important here. So these were the 5 steps for my online application success. I'm also have a video on how to do interview success because I've had so many of my friends and myself that have gone through the online application success, but really have a hard time knowing what to do for interviews because every job role have different interviews. So please check out that video and I'll see y'all next time. Thank you.